the recording of the session. Yes, it started. So we are going to start now about Power Automate. How can I log in? How can I sign into a Power Automate? Open a web browser. You can open any web browser. I prefer always to go with Edge. You can use any web browser. You can use any web browser here, but I always recommend to go with the Edge browsers. Or you can open Google Chrome or anything. I prefer to use Edge browser. On the Edge browser, how can I open Power Automate? I think Power Automate, unlike Power Apps, Power Automate is available in two things. One is Power Automate is available as a desktop version as well as a online version. Both are available. You can have a desktop version, online, like a Power BI. Power BI also has the desktop version. Power BI also has the online version. Same like Power Automate also have the desktop version. Power Automate has the online version also. Unfortunately, as per Daimler, you cannot use the desktop version here. It's a licensed based. You have to buy the desktop version. But online version, no need for buying. It's inbuilt along with Office 365. If you are using Office 365, it's inbuilt along with Microsoft Office 365. So we are going to use this online version. That's why I asked you to open a web browser. After opening a web browser, on the web browser, on the address bar, just type this make, M-A-K-E, make dot Power Automate, make.powerautomate.com. So you have to type like this, make.powerautomate.com. So web browser, no need for typing www, http, that's all not required. Just you have to type make.powerautomate. I think I have misspelled it. Powerautomate.com. So you have to use this login, make.powerautomate.com, and I press enter. If you are using this Power Automate for the very first time, it will sign in. It may take few seconds to sign in. So I think it would have signed in already. If you are not signed in, please sign in. So powerautomate.com. So make.powerautomate.com. It would have landed into a page like this. It would have landed into the home page here. On the home page, on the right hand side, of course, the last one, you know, the sign in, the account manager and sign in settings are all available here. And there is an environment. Yesterday, on a Power App training, we faced a small issues in this environment. This environment, like a Windows folder, like a Power BI workspace, you can create your own environment. For a customers or for an internal team, I can have a separate environment. Like we can have it in Power BI, separate workspace. Same like you can create an environment. I don't know what are all the environment available. If I click on this, maybe you will be getting 2 or 3 environment. One is the personal productivity environment. What is the other environment? What are all the other environment you are able to see? When I click on the environment, could you tell me what are all the environment you are having it? Personal production, one is Sandbox, another one is? Microsoft Teams. Oh, you have so many. Oh, I thought you would be having only 2 or 3. Okay. So, yesterday what has happened is, your ILC team, they have created a separate environment. You used the environment, but there is some restriction. They have created the trial environment. So most of the feature may not work in the trial environment. So we will go with the personal productivity environment. So please select that personal productivity environment. Maybe in your name or something, there will be a personal productivity environment. Please use that environment. Can I create my own environment here? Yes, of course you can do that. You can create your own environment. Make.powerautomate.com. So we have signed in, and when I click on this, there are some environment. You have to use that personal productivity environment today. And there is a gear symbol available. You can click on that gear symbol, settings. When I click on the gear symbol settings, on the gear symbol settings, when you go to that gear symbol settings, there is admin centers available here. Go to the gear symbol settings, admin center. When I click on the admin center, it goes to your admin control center. It will go to the admin control panel. Under this admin control panel, when I go to the admin control panel, on the left hand side, you would have noticed Home Action Manage. When you click on Manage, so if you click on Manage, maybe don't do it today, maybe you can try it later, because today we are going to use the environment that is personal productivity environment. Don't use that in other environment. How to create an environment, that's what I'm saying. Probably maybe we'll try this tomorrow also if possible. So go to the Manage. Under Manage, you can see Environment. So if I go to the Manage, under Manage, you can see that Environment, and where you can see there is a new environment available. So you can create some new environments here. New environments here. So when I click on New Environment, it will ask what could be the environment type and what is the region, what is the name of that environment. Unfortunately, what has happened yesterday is your ILC team, they have created an environment in Sandbox and they have allocated it. Sandbox has very less feature. It doesn't have more feature. If you want more feature, then you have to go for either a developer or a production. These are all trial. Sandbox has very less feature. Trial has very less feature. Either you should have gone for a developer or you should have gone for a production. But as of now, don't create environment. We'll see the environment in the later part. So this is how you can create an environment, but I'm not creating an environment. As of now, I will close this, go to the environment, see to that you have selected that personal productivity environment. So today, tomorrow, please ensure you are working with the same environment. Don't change your environment because it's like a folder. If you go to that folder, only that files will be available. If you go to that environment, only the flow which we have created on the environment will be available. It's okay. So please ensure that whenever you create, it will not change. Unknowingly, if you have changed, then your settings will get changed. So you are going to use, I don't have that personal productivity environment, but I'm going to use this default environment in my system. Okay. So you have selected the environment. On the left hand side, there are some options available. I will explore this option. I will just explain what are all the options available. Before that, you should understand some workflows. Workflow. What are we going to do today and tomorrow in Power Automate? Workflows. So what are all the workflows we are going to use today? Yes. Yeah. Workflow. Yes. So there are some workflows available. First, Power Automate. First, what we are going to do is, first thing we are going to create a triggering. First part is you have to create a trigger. How this workflow should work, how Power Automate should work. Basically, there are three types of triggering. Actually, there are four, but basic is three types of triggering. You can see on the top, there are three types of triggering. One more is four, that is business process flow. I will explain that later. Basic three types of triggering: manual triggering, automated triggering, schedule triggering. Manual triggering means whenever you are running that flow, whenever you are running the file, that should get triggered. Assume that whenever a training is happening, I want to send a mail. Whenever something today meeting is over, after the meeting is over, I want to send a trigger. I want to send a mail. I want to do something. Manual way of trigger. Second one is automated triggering. Automated means whenever a mail is appearing to me, I want to do something. Whenever his data is added in my SharePoint, I want to do something. Whenever there is some changes in my Excel cell, I want to do something. These are all automated trigger. Schedule trigger. What is that schedule trigger? Schedule trigger is scheduling. Every day morning this should happen. Every week, so Monday morning this should happen. So you can schedule your triggering. For example, Power BI report should get every day morning. Power BI report should get refreshed automatically. Every day morning, I want to send a mail to someone else. So schedule triggering. Even schedule triggering can be done based on the days also. For example, today is a due date for something. So today is a due day means because I want to send a mail. today is a due day, you have to complete this activity. So that is schedule trigger. First, we are going to create a trigger. 3 types of trigger basically: manual, automated, schedule. After making a trigger, so you have to decide what is the trigger you are going to use. After triggering, you have to take an action against it. You have to get an input against it. You can get an input. So first, to make a trigger, get an input. So as I told, I'm going to do a manual triggering. I'm going to get an input. For example, today morning the training has been started. So what is the training started? What is the topic of the training? What is the duration of the training? What is the attendance list for the training? These are all the input I want to get. These are all the inputs I want to get. Input. How can I get the input? One is manually you can enter this input. You can enter the input manually. This is a training name. This is a participant list. I can manually enter the input. Second one is you can get the input from a forms. Maybe from Power Apps. Power Apps also you can get an input from a forms. Power Apps you can get the input within your Daimler team. Suppose I want to get an input from my supplier, from my vendor who doesn't have an access with the Daimler team, but we can get the input through a Microsoft Forms. Third one is you can get the input from a connector like a SQL, Excel, SharePoint. I have a data in Excel. Based on the input from Excel, I want to do something. When I open an Excel file, they have given some input. There are some activities due. Material is shortage. When I open an Excel file, I can see one material is shortage. So I want to send a mail. And there is a due date today. I want to send a mail. I want to send something. I want to do something. So based on the input from a data source, it can be Excel, SQL, Oracle, SAP, anything. Last one is AI input. So that is Copilot. We'll see that. Okay. So first one, we are going to make a trigger. Then we are going to get an input. After getting an input, as I told, you are going to take an action or you can do a calculation if you want. I think this calculation is not mandatory. Sometimes the calculation is required. Sometimes calculation may not be required. For example, as I told, today I am receiving a material. I ordered material of 500, but I have received only 400. I want to do some calculation. That is, ordered is 400, ordered is 500, received is 400, so 100 shortage. So I want to do some calculation, subtract it, and I want to do some calculation. Based on the calculation, I want to take an output. If it is lesser than, I want to give something. If it is greater than, I want to do something. So based on some calculation, based on some condition, we are going to do something. First triggering, then get the input, then do the calculation. After doing the calculation, and as I told, after doing the calculation, the conditions. If it is greater, if it is lesser, if it is equal, what we are going to do. Condition can be single condition, multi-conditions. After getting the condition, then we are going to perform an action. As I told, if material is shortage, I want to perform an action. Send immediately a mail to a stores department, send a procurement department, send a mail. Or if it is higher, then do nothing. Or send a mail to ourselves or do something. So action. After condition, we are going to perform an action. After actioning, we can store this data. For example, I got the data from a customer and I'm doing some action, and finally we can store this output in an area. This output can be stored maybe in an Excel file, maybe in a SharePoint file, maybe in a PDF file, maybe in a CSV file. You can store it. So this is the workflow of your Power Automate. Okay. So first, as I indicated, triggers. All the things we cannot do it by today. First itself, we will do one by one. We'll do one by one. First, we will see how to make a trigger. Then I will see how to make an action. Then get the data. Then process. Then condition. Then output. Everything we are going to see by today evening. But one by one. Okay. Clear? I think you will understand when you are performing some actions. Done? So understand by basic 3 things, 3 types of triggering: manual, automatic. Okay, you will tell me which can be used, which trigger can be used where. So I think you are going to help me there. Yes. So this is our workflows. So time being, I am closing this screen. Let me open this Power Automate make.powerautomate.com. On the right hand side, home tab, which is my home screen, where we can see we can create automate with a Copilot. If you want to learn something, don't use Copilot. If you want to learn something, after learning, try to use the Copilot. That part we'll see it later. So I'm not going to use the Copilot now. Create. This is where you are going to create the flows. When I click, you can create a flows. We'll see that. There are some templates of flows available. If you click on templates, there are some predefined templates of flows are available. Learn. Learn is about the course materials on Microsoft. So if you click on learn, they will show you the course of this step-by-step instructions. My flow. So what are all the flows you have created? That flows will be available on the list. I have created many flows. That flows are available here. Anyway, whatever the flows you are going to create, that will be available here. As of now, it may be empty, but we cannot create the second and third flow. We can create only the cloud flows. This is desktop flows. You should have the desktop version of Power Automate. Unfortunately, we don't have a desktop version. So this we cannot do. We can do only this cloud flow today. Okay. Approvals. Yes, we are going to see about approvals today. For example, material request, approval. I want to send an approval to several levels. There is a separate chapter about the approvals. What are all the approvals we have received? What are all the things we have approved? So that are all we are going to see. And solutions. Anyway, I think we are not going to use any solutions as of now. Solutions. These are all automation center. More AIs. But the important thing which you have to do it is go to the more. Click on that more. When you click on more, under more, when you click on that more, when you go to that more, you can see there will be something called as connection. Connection. So when I click on this more, 3 dot, and I go to the connections here. So when I go to the connections, so these are all automation, process center, AI hubs. We'll explore that. Go to the more, under more, you can see the connections. Let me click on the connections. I don't know whether you have already have some connections. If you have connections, okay. If you don't have a connections also, no issues. Do you see any connections there? Or the connections is empty? There are some connections. Which one? Okay. No worries. If this connection is not available, also no worries. You can create a new connection. But if you are not creating a new connections also, when you are performing some action, Power Automate will automatically create the connection. If connection is already available. In my system, you can see I have already created a connection for Outlook. I already created a connection for Teams. I already created a connection for SharePoint. I already created a connection for a OneNote. So OneDrive. So Power BI. These are all the connections which I have already created. So how can I create a connection is you can go to the new connection, you can create it. One method. Otherwise, no worries. If you are not creating a connection also, when you are making an action, suppose I want to send a mail through my Power Automate. You are performing an action. Don't worry. Power Automate will automatically create a connection. So if the connection is already established, fine. If the connection is not established, we will create it. Or Power Automate will create it. Okay. Power Platform is other Power Platforms like Power Apps, Power Pages. There are other Power Platforms available. Power Apps, Power BI, Power Pages. We'll see how to link the Power Apps here, how to bring the Power BI also here. Power BI linking also we'll see. Power Apps link also we'll see today. Okay. Now let us start with create. So we are going to create a basic flow. Let us start with very basics of Power Automate flow. Gradually we'll go to the next level. So now we are going to create a very simple flow. Start with a very simple flow. Gradually we'll go to the next. Very simple flow. I want to create a flow just for sending a mail. Every day morning I want to send a mail, but I don't want to send a mail every day morning. Whenever I run the flow, I want to send a mail. Whenever I run the flow, I want to send just a mail. We'll do a small flow now. So go to create. When you click on create, there is start from blank. So as I indicated, there are three ways of creating the flow. That's the first three things. One is automated, another one is instant, another one is scheduled. And this three you cannot, this is about describing, this is about desktop flows. Desktop. If you have Power Automate desktop, you can go for it. But we don't have Power Automate desktop, so we cannot use this now. This we cannot use it. We are going to use only these three things. Okay. So let me go to create. So I am going to create a flow now to just send a mail. Not every day morning. Whenever I run the flow, I want to send a mail. Could you tell me out of this three, which I can select automated cloud flow or instant cloud flow or a scheduled cloud flow? Instant cloud flow. Very good. Trigger manually as needed. Whenever it's needed, I want to use this flow. Very good. So let me start with this. So as I indicated, any questions, any queries, any doubts, stop me, ask me. There itself, I can repeat it any number of times until you understand. Any number of times. We'll start from basics. Gradually, we'll go to the next level. Initially, there may be some challenges. If you are using the Power Automate for very first time, you will face some challenges, maybe some connection issues, something. After connection, it will work very smoothly. Initial, you may face some challenges. No worries, but we'll do it slowly. We'll do one by one, step by step here. I hope until now it's clear, right? So let me go to create. Let me go to the instant cloud flow. I click on instant cloud flow. There are some predefined flows available. So let us give some meaningful name for this flow. Meaningful name for the flow. No restriction. It can be it can be alphabetical. It can be numerical. You can have a space or anything. But when you are connecting through a Power App and Power Automate, there is some restriction that we'll see in later part. Now we are not going to connect anything. So let me give some meaningful name. 01. I will start with 01. This is my first flow for just sending a mail. So I am going to create a flow just to send a mail. I have given a name. The name is 0. For my understanding, I am giving 01 to know that this is my first flow. So that it will be in order. 01, 02, 03, it will be in order. So at least we'll be creating 15 or 20 flows today or tomorrow. Minimum. So I have given 01, send a mail. That's a simple flow which I have created. Send a mail and I want to send a message also. Let us do two things. First is mail and then message. We'll see both. And what is the flow name? So we have selected the flow name. Choose how to trigger this flow. Manual triggering. So this one, manual trigger. So I click on the manual trigger. If you forgot the name, if you didn't select the manual trigger also, you can do one more option. So now as of now, I have selected manual trigger. We have given a name for the flow and we have given a selected the manual trigger. Now click on create. So click on create. Just to click on create, it opens a window for my flow. This is the window where we are going to create all the flows. Ensure that on the right hand side whether the new designer is activated. If you are having the old designer, it will be like a box old pattern, very old pattern, maybe 10 years before. Now we are not using the old pattern, you are using the new design. Ensure that new designer is selected. And you know this is for undoing and redoing it. And this one is for sending a feedback to Power Automate. And this is for checking whether your flow is having a error or not. Saving the flows. Testing the flow. Of course, you have to test the flow. Copilot, that's AI. On the left hand side, your flow name will be available here. This is the flow name which we have created. If you didn't give the flow name, if you forgot to give the flow name, if you want to rename the flow name, you can come here and you can click and you can rename the flow's name here. What is the name of that flow? You can give a name. Of course, these are all the settings about that flow. Suppose I want to create a bigger flow where we have many items here. You can increase or decrease the percentage of your flows. There is a zoom out, there is a zoom in, there is a fitting your screen. Suppose I have many levels of flows. We are going to create many levels of flows today. That is for expanding. You can expand the flows. And this one is about zoom out, fitting on the screen. And this is about toggling, small one, toggling small flows and searching the flow actions. And this is the last one. Everything this is about your flow screen. This is about your flow. What are all the things you have to do it on the screen? So minimize, maximize, adjusting the size, everything you can do it here. Okay. So I have created a flow, manual flow. Now what I want to do is I want to send a mail. That's all. We are not going to do anything. Just I want to send a mail. That's all. Nothing about it. I want to send a mail. So first what we did is we have made a triggering. Triggering part is over. We have did the triggering. After triggering, I am not going to perform anything. Straight away, I am going to perform an action here. After triggering, I want to perform an action. Just I want to send a mail. Either I can send a mail on my Teams, I can send a mail on any external, I can send a mail on my Outlook also. Let us send a mail on Outlook. So I am going to make an action. How can I make an action here? Let me go to the web browser. There is a plus symbol. Either you can click on the plus symbol or you can make a right click here and you can see there is an option available. Copy a trigger or make an action. Better you can click on this plus symbol, but straight away when you make a click on the manual trigger on the right hand side there is something called as parameter settings, code view and about. We'll see that in another few minutes. This is a screen for getting the input from the user, but here I am going to perform an action. Click on the plus symbol here, and what is the action you are going to perform? I want to send a mail. Outlook. There are two types of Outlook available in Microsoft. One is Outlook is available in Windows Outlook. Another Outlook is available for Office 365 also. Two Outlooks are available. I think as per Daimler, you are all using Outlook 365. Actually, I am using both. I can use Office 365 as well as Outlook. For your convenience, I will go with the 365 itself. So let us go to the action, plus symbol action, add an action. So I have tagged some favorite action here. These are all the action which I am going to perform more frequently. So I tagged it. But unfortunately, you will not get it since you are using it for the very first time. So what is the action you are going to perform is I want to send a mail. So just type it here, send a mail. So I'm just typing that action, send an mail. So send an mail. Okay. As I told, there will be two types of Outlook. One is the 365. Another, I will have a normal Outlook also. You can see there is normal outlook.com. There is something called as outlook.com, which is Windows Outlook. And there is an Outlook which is Microsoft 365 Outlook. So just to say send an. But I don't know what is the action perform. But I know how to perform this action. Through what you are going to perform the action. Through an Outlook we are going to perform an action. So you can type that also here. Outlook. So I can type through which you are going to perform. One is if you know the action, type the action name. If you don't know the action, but I know how to perform this, I am going to perform this action through an Outlook. So you can type an Outlook here. Both are same. Outlook. So you can see Outlook, Office 365 Outlook is opened here. And some of the actions are already available. If you are able to find out the action called as send an mail, okay. If you are not able to see the action here, no worries. Click on see more. When you click on see more, then you will see more actions. So let me click on see more. There are more actions available here. So what is the action we are going to perform is send an email. So we are going to send a mail. Just click on send a mail. I recommend everyone to please practice it parallelly. If you are facing any challenges, any questions, stop me, ask me immediately. There itself, I can repeat it any number of times. Still, if you have a problem, I'll come to your system and solve it, because we are starting from very basics now. I click on send an email.
What do you mean by V2?
They have some versions, V1, V2, V3. So I think V2 is the latest one. If you have already connected it, fine. If you are not connected, it will ask you to connect it now. It will ask you what is the connection, what is the link name, what is your email ID. It will ask you to connect it. If you are not able to connect it, on the bottom there will be an option called as change connection or add connection. Change connection or add connection. So you can add a connection or you can change your connections here. I can add or I can change my connections here. When you are performing it for very first time, it may ask your email ID, which is the email ID you are going to perform this action. So 365. And it will ask for your email ID. Sometimes it will ask for your password also. But I think you would have got same password, so no need for giving the password. You should not get any errors here if it is connected. If it is not connected, go here and you can change the connection and you can add a new connection also. Change the connection and add the new connection here. Okay. Selected. Now let us do a small thing. I want to test it here. To whom you are going to send a mail? To whom? Dynamically we can send a mail. That part we will see it later. Based on the condition, I want to send a mail. Based on my condition, I can send a mail to a different person. That we'll see it later. As of now, hard code, I am going to type. Maybe I will go with my email address itself. Time being, I am going to send a mail to myself. Maybe I'll have another, or you can have multiple mail IDs. You can put a Gmail account also here. Any account here. Anyway, this is a receiver's mail, so you can give some email address. And what is the subject of it? This is Power Automate Testing. And what is the body of this message? This mail sent through Power Automate. So we have clicked on action. After clicking on action, I have selected a send a mail and I given the email address and I given the subject. These are all the things dynamically also we can change. That part we are going to do it later. And what is the sensitivity, how priority it is. And you can add furthermore. There are some advanced parameter also. When you click on show all, you can say from whom this mail, CC, BCC. If you add an attachment also, you can do it. Whether this message is very important or a low or a high. That are all the things we can select it when you click on show all. So as of advanced parameter, but as of now, I'm not going to do anything. Let it be as it is. So I'm just given an email address, I have given a subject, and I have given some body message here. That's all. So we are performing a very simple action now. How can I come out of this action? Just click somewhere else outside the action area, or there is a collapse button available here. So the collapse button available here, click on the collapse button or click somewhere else outside here. That action has gone. Or if you have made a mistake, if you want to edit the action, if you want to see the action, very simple. Click on this action. When you click on the action, it comes back. You can see the action here. What is the action you have performed? That action is available. Now click outside here. So we have created a very simple flow, made a trigger, send a mail. So that's all, very simple flow. Now I want to test how this flow is going to work. Unfortunately, the test is graded out. This test is deactivated. Why the testing is deactivated is you should have saved the flow. You didn't save the flow. That's why the testing is graded out. So click on save. I click on save the flow. Yes. After saving the flow, now you are going to test it. You can see it gives the name. Your flow is ready to go. We recommend you to test it. If there is a error in the flow, you will get a red here. if there is a error. We didn't do anything, no errors here. While testing, there are two types of testing. One is manual testing, another one is auto testing, automatic. As of now, since we are doing it for the very first time, I will go with the manual. Automatic means based on the previous input. I think we didn't give any input here. We'll see about the auto testing in another few minutes. As of now, we are going to go with the manual testing. So let me test it now. I click on the test. Yes, it's testing the flow. As I told, there are two types of testing, manual, automatic. Manual is graded out. You cannot run this now. So we have to go with the, automatic is graded out. So you have to select manual, test, and it's running the flow. It's signing to the Office 365 and it's running the flow. Continue. After the flow is run the flow. I think it should have performed the action automatically. The flow is successful. You can go to Flow Manager and check it. I clicked on done. Now let me go to my Outlook mail. You can see it has given a tick mark here. And what is the seconds performed? Triggering is 0 seconds. Sending a mail, it took only 1 second. So let me go to my Outlook and I check whether I have received a mail or not. Yes, I have received a mail now. So this is the mail which I have received it through the flows. So you can see this mail was sent through a Power Automate. Okay, very simple flow. Simple flow, as simple as that. Any challenges? Any problem? Any questions? Any queries here? Clear? Got it? Excellent. Can I modify the flow now? I have created a flow, I have tested the flow and it's working fine. Can I modify it? On the right side top, there is an option of edit. When I click on edit, now you can modify the flow. Okay. Sir, any problem, any challenges? Error. I asked this. After testing, Okay. This, to know we have did it. Mail, we can manually create a mail and we can send it. That's fine. Just to understand what the flow will do. Anyway, we are going to get an input based on this. Gradually, we are going to the next level. So now this mail I can send it manually, but we are just trying how to send it through a Power Automate. Now what I am going to do is we are going to add one more thing. See that whether you are in the editing page. So when I run this flow, what will happen is first it will send a mail. Then what I want to do is I want to add one more triggering. After sending a mail, I want to send a message on my Teams also. Either you can send a message on a Teams channel. If you have the Teams channel, you can put it on the Teams channel, or you can put it on the chat also. You can put it on the chat, or you can put it on the channel also. If you have the channel, you can use the channel. If you don't have the channel, you can put it onto your chat also, your wish. So either you can put it onto the channel or you can put it onto the chat. We'll see both. So let us click on the plus symbol again. I click on the plus symbol again. Now, either you can put this on the chat. I think today you would have got a chat, this training chat. This training chat also you can put it here. But unfortunately, I cannot put it on the training chat. Maybe I have that contact settings chat. I think there I have joined it. Today's chat, I didn't have that link. So I cannot use the chat. So we'll try. I will use the contact settings chat, or I can use the common chat also. So I want to post a message, P-O-S-T, just type post, P-O-S-T, post. There will be two things. One is postcard in the chat or a channel. Postcard, no. Don't use postcard. It's not postcard. You have to select post a message in a chat or a channel. Post a message in a chat or a channel. Post a message, not a card. Not a card. So it's a Teams. I want to post a message in my Teams. So let me click on post message. So I click on post message. Once again, if the Teams is already connected, fine. If the Teams is not connected, it will ask you to connect it. So it has come to the post message in the chat. Flowbot. What is this flowbot? Flowbot means when I post a message, I should not get the name who is posting. That is called as flowbot. If you want to see the name, suppose I am posting, I want to see my name on the top. Then you should not go for flowbot. You have to go for user. User. Select user. On the right hand side, it says something like invalid parameter. Don't worry, because still we have not completed giving the parameters. So user, or if you don't want your name, I want only the message to be posted. So then you can go for flow bot. It's a bot message. So let us go for user. And where you are going to post this, I click on this arrow where you are going to, whether you are going to post it in a channel or you are going to post this in a group chat. Suppose I click on group chat. Before that, I recommend everyone today, tomorrow, we are going to use many messages, many chats. So it may disturb you on your teams. You will get that message. If possible, you can mute your volumes because so many messages we are going to send it today by practicing. So better to put the mute for your messages. So group chat. And if I click on this, all your group chat will be available here. I think today's group chat should be there. There is a group chat available today, and that group chat also you can use it. But I am not going to use the group chat. I will use the chat, maybe the contact settings chat. Contact setting Excel, something, some other chat also. Pre-contact settings, yes, this one, this chat, pre-contact settings for Power Automate. I think we have the contact settings last week. So in the chat box, I can put it here, pre-contact settings chat box. And what is the message? What is the message? Or if you have a channel, you can put that into a channel also. You can put this message into a channel also. I'll see both. So this message is through Power Automate. Okay, I'm putting it in the chat, group chat. Or you can, if you have the channel in your teams, you can use that channel also. You can use the channel also. I will try the channel in the next part. Now, as of now, I am putting into the group chat. Yes. Now, how to come out of it? Click somewhere else outside. Click somewhere else outside. Save. Click somewhere else outside. I clicked on the save. And test it now. Test. So I clicked on test. As usual, we have to go into manual test. What is the automatic? Now the automatic test is activated. Can I use the automatic test? Automatic test is based on the previous input. Previously, you run the chat, you run the flow, right? Based on the flow, you want to run it. You can see when I say automatically, few minutes before I have ran the chat, I have ran this flow. If you want to run the flow based on the previous, no. Now I added some extra. So it should not be based on the previous. It should be manual now. I will tell you when we can use this automatic. That also will be useful. We'll see that later. Now I click on manual test. So let us click on test. Now it's signing into Office 365 and Teams. And I say continue. And I say run the flow. And you should have got two things. That's what I told. Try to mute your volume, sir. This is the reason I told you to mute your volume. So. So I think I cannot access your chat. That's why I'm getting some error here. So instead of the chat, time being, I'll put it onto my channel. So I have a channel, Microsoft Office Trainer channel. Okay, test, run. So two things would have happened. I would have got a mail. Yes. And I would have got a message on my Teams also.
See, it is unread.
Come again?
Selected unread only.
Unread. One minute, one minute. I'm checking my channel. Ah, thank you. Right. Yes. 1 minute. I'll go. So I got a message here. So I have posted in my channel, since I'm not able to use your chat, group chat, company group chat, I'm not able to use. I got it in my Teams channel. So I got a message also, mail also. Yes. Yes. To identify. First time. You're already signing with the next time, next to row, only one thing. Next time, no. Okay. Now, this one is very simple. We have created a flow. Based on the flow, we have sent a message, we have sent a mail, both. But This message, let me click on edit. Assume you came to my main screen. You can click on back to come to the main screen, or if you click on the Power Automate window here, you can come back to the main screen. So when you click on back, it will come to my main screen here. So this is my main screen. Here it says about this flow. What is this flow? When we have created the flow, what is the status of the flow? What is this flow? What are all the connector we have used? What is the speed of this? How many times we have tested this flow? 3 times I have tested, 2 times it was succeeded, 1 time it was failed. So it shows here. Now if I want to edit this flow, there is a button called as edit. When I came to the main screen, it shows the details of the flow. You can click on edit to edit your flow, method 1. Another method is when I click on my flows, on the left hand side, my flows. Here all the flows which you have created will be available. All the flows which you have created is available here. Go to this flow and you can see 3 options. You can run the flow now, you can edit the flow, and you can share this flow to someone else also. We'll see that later. Now I want to edit the flow. Click on edit. This is another method of editing the flow. Now, what are we going to do is, we have seen how to check the flow, how to edit the flow, what is the properties of the flow. Now I don't want this mail, manually typed mail. Instead of this, for example, today we have a Power Automate training. So when I run this, if I type Power Automate, I should give a message, the Power Automate training has been started. Tomorrow I have another training. So based on this, my subject and my content should change dynamically. I'm not going to fix the content here. Content should not be fixed. Content should be dynamic here. So here literally we are typing the subject, we are typing the body message here. I don't want this body message. I want to customize this. For example, I want to say this. Today we have Power Automate training. Yesterday we have Power App training. Tomorrow we have some other training. We type the training topic. It should send the mail accordingly. Okay. So what you do is go to the first one. Mail trigger a flow. The first one. Go to the first one. Click on that first your trigger. Click on the first one, trigger. Under the trigger, as I indicated, first we are going to get a trigger, then we are going to get an input from the user, manual input. Gradually we'll see how to get the input from SharePoint, we'll get the input from forms, we can get the input from app, various methods, but as of now, manual input. On the left hand side, parameter, below parameter, add an input. So click on the first trigger here and go to the parameter, add an parameter. And what is the type of the parameter? What is the type of the parameter? So let us click on text. It should be a text parameter. It can be a yes or no parameter. It can be a file. It can be an email. It can be a number. It can be a date. So let us say text. I click on text. What is the name of the text box? What is the name of the text box? Let us say maybe for this training, this is my training topic. Today we have a meeting based on this. So based on this, I want to change it. Today we have a training based on this. Based on this, I want to change. The content should change dynamically. So I'm giving some name called as training topics. Training topics is the name of the text box. What is the input? This is the input for the user. Please enter your input. Instead of please enter your input, I'm saying please enter the training topic name. So I'm just saying please enter the training topic name. That's all. Let us try with only one as of now. Let us try with only one. Only one input. We have added only one input. The input is text. And what is the input name? What is the message to be displayed? On the right hand side, there is 3 dots available. Click on the 3 dots. Makes the field as optional. Optional means it's not mandatory. Even you can leave empty also. Multi-select drop down. We'll see that. What is that multi-select? What is the drop down? We'll see it in another few minutes. You know what is meant by deleting. So I'm not going to delete it now. So we have given one input. Now what are we going to do is send an email. I go to that send an email. Here the subject it says power automate testing. I don't want this subject. I want the subject should be dynamic. Training topic. Here, whatever the training topic I am going to give, that training topic has to be displayed here. That training topic has to be what the input the user is going to give. You can give any input. You can type Excel, you can type Power BI, you can type any topic. That topic has to be dynamically inputted here. How can I get the dynamic topic? So I have given the subject. I am not going to customize manually. I want to customize it dynamically. So training topic here, what is the topic they are entering? The topic has to be displayed. On the right hand side, you can see two icons are displayed here. FX, you know what is in the FX? FX is formulas. There is one more thing, Thunderbolt. Today, tomorrow, we are going to use plenty of Thunderbolts. So click on the Thunderbolt here. Click on the Thunderbolt. Now it says on the Thunderbolt, address, country, city, state, these are all your personal details. If you have given your personal details in your Outlook, your address, your city name, that will be displayed, but I don't want it. Let us go to this. See more. Click on Thunderbolt. Click on See more. You are given a text box, right? What is the text box name? That text box name is displayed here. Training topics. Sorry, training topic. It should be training topics, not topics. It's not plural. Sorry, but okay. So I clicked on the training topics here. So on the subject, you will get training topics. Hyphen, what is the topic? On the body. Training has started. So before this training has started, I want the training topic to be displayed here. That training topic, whatever the topic they have given, that training topic has to be displayed here. Microsoft Power Automate training has started. So I want to give the training topic here. So can you tell me how can I get the training topic here? How we got it here? Same method. Click here then. Thunderbolt. Very good. Then go to the more, see more, and training topics. So this is for my email. This is for my email. Same thing. In an email, I selected the email. Instead of customizing the topics, I type the training topics. Here also training topics. Go to the post message in my chat or a channel. What is the message? Once again, I delete this. Same Thunderbolt is available here. See more again. Training topic again has started. Training has started. Okay. Right. What is the difference between earlier flow and this flow is earlier flow, just we have typed the message. Now we are getting an input. Based on the input, we are giving a message. Based on the input, we are giving a message. Yes. That is what we are getting as an input. Today may be a different training. Tomorrow may be a different training. Day after tomorrow may be a different training. So based on that, my message will change automatically. Later we are fixing the topic, fixing the content. Now we are not fixing. The content will be dynamic. We'll check that. Now, let me check this. My message is customized. It's not fixed. Last session, just I used Power Automate. Now, based on the input, it will change. It will get changed. Let us try this. Save. Now, as I told, we are gradually going to the next level. I saved it. Now, test it. Once again, manual testing, automatic testing cannot be done because I made some changes. Manual. Now it will ask some input here. Last session, it has run the flow straight away. But now it will ask for an input. Test. I click on test. Now it's asking what is your training topic. Please enter the training topic. For example, I'm typing the training topic here. Microsoft Power, let us say Power BI. So Microsoft, just I'm giving the training topic here. Run the flow. Yes. Now when I see the message here, the message is customized. Now you would have got a message that Microsoft Power BI training has started. Based on your input, your message is changing. Similarly, I'll go to the Teams and I check Microsoft Power BI training has started. Based on your input, it is changing here. Okay. We'll see furthermore other input also. Now we got very simple one inputs. Based on one inputs, we have changed our content. Last session we have manually typed the content. Now we are getting an input. Based on the input, we are changing the content. Done? Clear? Any questions, queries? As I told, gradually we'll increase the levels. Now only one, multiples, other things we'll see one by one in our upcoming sessions. So I believe we have created a very simple flow, very simple flow. No condition, nothing here. We got an input. Based on the input, we got the flow. Now the training topic is training name. So that is the input which we are getting. When this training was done now today. Today the training has been started, or just now the training has been started here. Just now the training has been started, or today it has been started. So training, Microsoft Power BI training has started on, I want to display the date and time here. I want to display what is the date, what is the time it has started. Maybe the date. First let us start with date. Then if possible we'll see about the timing also. On what day this was started. How can I get the current date here? Current date. Current date means you have to use a formula. So in Excel or any tool, to get the current date, I don't know whether you know it, there is a function available in Excel called as today. Or there is one more function available called as now, which will give you the date and time in Microsoft Excel. Same like to display the current timing, we have one more function available, UTC now. This is the function in Power Automate. This is the function in Power Automate. These two functions are in Excel, but this function is in Power Automate. I don't want to type the date manually. I want the date should appear automatically. So how can I get a formula here? You cannot go to Thunderbolt. Thunderbolt is for getting the dynamic content. But there is one more thing called as FX, functions, formulas. Click on FX. Click on the FX. So click on that send a mail. I click it. Furthermore, I am going to customize this mail. So that is training topic, the Microsoft training has been started. So here I want to give the date, current date, today's date. When I run the flow today, the today's date should be displayed. When I run the flow tomorrow, tomorrow's date should get displayed automatically. So click on FX. When you click on FX, you can see on the bottom, there are some functions available here. There are concatenate, substring, replace. There are some functions. So if you know the function, you can search it, or you can manually, you can go here and you can find some functions available. There are various types of functions available here. Okay, I think I told you what is the function we are going to use. That is UTC now. UTC now. Or you can go here and type it also. UTC now. NOW, open bracket, close bracket. Either you can type that UTC now function, or you can find it on the search box, or you can go here and you can select it also. UTC now. So I selected UTC now. Format and other things we'll learn one by one. One by one we'll do that. UTC now, and I think by default the time date format will be year, month and day. Year, month and day. It's not as per Indian format, it will be year, month and day. We'll see how to format it later. Now let me add this. So click on add button. After doing it, you should have clicked on add. Same for I want to put it on my channel also. On my Teams meeting also I want to do that. Training has started on FX. Go to the search box and I search that UTC now. UTC now, click it or type it manually. Add. You have to click on add. You have to click on add now. You have to click on add. That's all. That's all. Save it as usual. Test. Click on test. Manual flow. What is automatic flow is based on the previous triggering. Previously I have given Microsoft Power BI. I want to take the same input and run it. Yes, we can use the automatic now. But let us go for manual. And I go for test. And it will ask for the message. Let us say the message is Microsoft Excel. I'll type a message as Microsoft Excel. Run a flow. Done. Yes, you got a message that Microsoft Excel training has started on. As I told, the date format is year, month and day. Year, month and day. That format we will see how to change that. By default, it will be year, month and day. So auditing has started now immediately. So I want to put the date. If I run the flow tomorrow, the tomorrow's date should appear automatically. Every time you cannot type the timings and dates, it will capture automatically. So go to the flow. Yes. Done. Clear? As I told, gradually we will step into the next level. How do we, maybe this part we'll finish off before the break. Only 2 minutes we'll finish this off. I'll click on send an email and this UTC now. The format is YYYDDDMM. So I click on this formula, click on this UTC now. Click on this UTC now. Go before that UTC now. So go before this UTC now. Format. When you type FOR, you can see there is something called as format date and time. Format date and time. Open bracket. Format date and time. Open bracket. I want to format this timing date. By default, the date format is YYY MMDD. So I'll go to format date, UTC now, come to the last, comma, single quote. In Excel, we have to put a double quotes, but in Power Automate, you have to put a single quotes. Where is the single quote? Next to L, the semicolon. Next to that semicolon, you can see the single quote is available. Single quote. Type the single quote. First, what I want is, I want DD first, DD days. Then I will put a hyphen. Don't type M. M is for minutes. Small m is for minutes. You have to put a capital M. 1 M. January is 1, February is 2, March is 3. 2 M. January is 01, February is 02, March is 03. 3 M. JANFEBMAR. 4 M. January, February, March, April, May, June, July. As of now, I will go with 3 M's. Hyphen YY. Either say YY or say 4 Y's. 2 Y's or 4 Y's. Don't say 1 or 3. it will throw an error. It will not work properly. So 4 Ys. So I'm saying 4 Ys, bracket close. Sometimes the ISO format will be a challenge. We'll see that if this is working fine, okay. If it is not working, there will be some problem in ISO. We'll solve that later. Format date and time UTC now, comma DD single quotes DD hyphen YYY. Update. You have to click on update because we are updating the format now. We are updating the format. Update. We have added it already. Now the format has been updated. Format date and time open bracket UTC now, comma which is the format you prefer. Update. Save it. Once again, I'm saving it. Finally, let us test this. Test it. Maybe I will test it with the earlier, maybe the earlier input. Already I have given Microsoft Excel Power BI. Based on that input, I can test it. Automatic with reason trigger. Which reason trigger? 4 minutes before, 10 minutes before, 26 minutes before, maybe 4 minutes before. I have selected Microsoft Excel there. 10 minutes before I typed Microsoft Power BI there. So whichever you want. So I am testing with the 4 minutes before triggering, 4 minutes before input. Test. Yes. Now I would have got a message is as per my own format. So Microsoft Excel training has started on 19 August 2026. I used 3 M's. So it's showing August. AUG. If the message is too long, few things you have to customize it. You can get this input. Now we are typing the input manually. Next we will see how to get the input from Excel, input from forms, various other. Okay?
For me, time is
I didn't give a time. For me also there is no.
time is before itself also time on gave now the copy. UTC.
1 minute. I've used UTC now. What is your default? You say year first. Year first. This is not as per Indian people. We can change it to our format. You will get something 304. Why capital Y? I told you Y is smaller. M is capital. Y is smaller. Y is not capital. Y are smaller. M is capital. M because we have 2 things, minutes and month. Or Y we have only 1. Right.
So then you started. Without doing the UTC now.
No. Have you made it on Teams or mail? Anyways. No, you have made all the changes in mails, not in the. Click outside. Sorry, click outside. Only UTC you can give. Mail you have given that UTC. Okay, clear? Yes, sir. We have learned how to create a new flow based on an input, how to run the flow also based on FX, based on the Thunderbolt. We'll see furthermore. As of now, I am closing this flow and let me minimize this. I think we'll take a short break now, tea break. After the break, we'll see next level of flows. Gradually, we have to increase our flows. Yes, please. So I'm stopping, I'm not stopping, I'm pausing that video. So before the break, we have seen how to create a flow, how to get an input on the flow, how to use the dynamic content. Based on this, how to do something, maybe mailing or messages. Now, I'll come back to my main screen. Back. Here it comes to the main screen, and as usual, you know this is the properties of this flow. It shows what is the name of the flow, who is the owner, when we have created, when we have modified, and what are all the connections we have used, what is the duration, how many times we have tested, everything is available. You can run the flow straight away from here, or you can edit the flow also. Sharing, other things we'll see it in our next session. Now let us go to the create. So now I want you all to try this. I want you all to try this, because every flow I cannot create. I want you to try, because gradually you'll go to the next level. So I want you to try this. Maybe flow with the input parameter. So you are going to do a task. Production downtime alert. So production department wants to automate the escalation manufacturing quality, create a power automate flow, accept the following two parameters. So you have to get the two parameters. One is the component name, another one is the quality issue description. What is the component name? What is the quality issue description? You have to get two inputs from the user. One is the component name, second one is the quality issue description. After getting that input, create a flow with this two input and send a mail. You have to get the input from the user, two inputs, and send a mail containing the component name and quality issue. This is the quality, this is the component, this is the quality issue. Whenever there is an issue, I want to send a mail. And you have to include the current date. And I want to send a mail, and I want to send a Teams message also. Send a mail and a Teams message. And date, current date, when this issue has happened, that the date also to be displayed on this messages. So it should be like this. Your output should be like this. Email, subject is quality issue alert. That component name should be on the subject. When you give an email, that component name, the brake caliber assembly, the quality issue has been identified during the final inspection process, which is the component, what is the issue, and what is the date. Action required. Quality and production department requires to investigate the issue and take the necessary corrective action. This mail you have to send it. Same thing, you have to send a team message also. The component, what is the component name, what is the issue, when it is the date, and what is the action you are going to perform. So this is what you are going to get. You are going to get the two inputs. Based on the two inputs, using the Power Automate, you are going to send a mail, you are going to send a message also. The mail sample should be like this, message sample should be like this. Two inputs you are going to get. I think this is a summary of your task which you are going to do. I want you to try this. Create a new flow where you are going to get two inputs. One input is component name, second input is quality description. Based on this, using the Power Automate, you are going to create a flow and send a message as well as send a Teams mail. Message should be like this. Quality issue alert, and that subject, on the subject it should display like this. Brake caliber assembly, that description name, component name, and what is the, in the body of the message also you have to display like this. Quality issue has been identified during the final inspection process. What is the component name, what is the issue name, and what is the date. Time, leave it, at least the date, display it. Action required, what is the action, and record. This is the message mail, and this is the Teams message. Yes, I want you to try this. Two inputs, maybe you can take 5 minutes maximum, you can try. Get two inputs. Two are text inputs, both are texting. I want you to try and fail rather than failing to try. If you're trying, if you're not able to get it, no issues, but I want you to try, because this basics gradually will go to the next level. So when you practice it, you can understand the concepts. That's the reason I'm giving a small task. So quality issue escalation. So you are going to create a Power Automate flow for sending a message, sending a Teams message. Two inputs. Input number 1, component name. Input number 2, quality issue description. Based on this, give a message, give a mail. Give a mail and the Teams message. Message sample is shown and Teams message is also shown. This is how your output should look like. Sample output in email and sample output of Teams. Picture is just for a reference. I have given the picture. Try. Fail rather than failing to try. After finishing this, we'll see about condition checking. We'll check a condition. It says 16th August, actually it should display the current date. Done. Run it, save it, test. It should be successful. Anyone? Success. Two input on this component name. Input number 2 is quality issue description. Any challenges? Yes? Success? Or any challenges? Icon is just for a display. Which icon? I don't know whether it's available. Windows dot. Just press Windows dot on your keyboard. Windows dot full stop. There will be some icons. See whether you can see your icons. That icon is available. Windows dot. I think you asked this icon, right? Windows start. I think Windows start. You can click on the icon. There are so many icons. Sir, what is the name of that icon?
I just put it aside.
Siren. Yes, सही था ना सर.
Yes, I are you.
Post a card. I never asked you to post a card. You have to post a message, not the card. Card is not a card, it's a message. Post a message, not a card. Post the team's message. Morning itself, I told you don't select card. It should be message, team's message. It's not a card. It should be a team's message. Windows dot. Icon is just for sample, sir. It's not mandatory. Windows dot. Go to emoji. Find the values. First one. Action record. Emoji's picture is your creativity. I don't want it. If you want, you can do that. On the concept. That's it. Yeah? Shall I do this? 1 minute. Okay. Next we have to check with conditions, formulas. That's what. So it will give you a US timing. So timing is going to be comfortable. I will tell you how to change the timing as per the Indian body. It's not as per the GST Kolkata or India. Have you selected 365 or you selected 3 now? You don't have Outlook. You don't use Outlook. You don't have as per Daimler. Both. You want it in teams as well as mail, both. Okay. Who have completed, fine. Who are not completed, let me try here. So I'll go to this web browser, create instant cloud flow. What's the name of the flow? Let us say 02. And what is this one is quality issue escalation. So I'll say the same name. I'm going to use the same name here. 02 is quality issue. Okay, just I'm giving a simple name, quality issue 02. For my convenience, I'm prefixing the 0 so that it will be in order 01, 02, 03. Your wish. You can give any name. Manual trigger a flow. Create. Manual trigger a flow. Click on this manual trigger a flow. On the right side, parameters, add an input. So click on add an input. Text input. Text input. What's the first input is component name. So let me give something, a component name. So component name is my input. Please enter the component name. Okay. Add a input. Second input. We are adding one more input. Text input. That's also in text input. The second input is issue description. So please enter the quality issue description. So two inputs. So we are getting two inputs from my user. One is component name, another one is the issue description. Click somewhere else outside. Click on the plus symbol. And now what are we going to do? First I want to send a message. Send a mail. You are going to send a mail. Please ensure that don't get confused. You should not select a Outlook mail, normal Outlook mail. There is one thing called as Outlook. Don't do that. So there is Outlook.com. Don't use that because you are all not using Outlook.com. You are using Office 365. So you have to go with Office 365. Don't use Outlook. Normal Outlook, don't use it. There is something called as mail also. Don't use it. You have to use only 365. You are all using 365. Send a email. And yes, for me the connection is different. Office 365 connection. To whom? Maybe someone else. Maybe to my quality manager. So every time instead of copying and pasting, I don't know whether you have it. I would have explained this in an earlier session also. We have a clipboard open option available. Clipboard. So assume that something I am going to use it more frequently today. Today I am going to use my email ID more frequently. So every time instead of copying that email, you can use the shortcut key Windows V. Just press Windows V and switch on that. By default, first time it should have been switched on. Switch it off. By default, it would have been switched. Windows V. It's a common key not only in Power Automate, you can use it in Excel, you can use it in Power BI, any software. When I press Windows V, it opens a clipboard. In the clipboard, whatever you are copying in the clipboard, that will be permanently stored. Assume I am copying today morning 9 o'clock. Today evening I want to paste it. No need to copy once again. It will be available on the clipboard. We'll see that. For example, I am typing this email address here. Since you are all using 365, your email address should be, when you type the first 4 or 5 letters, your email address will be displayed automatically. But I am using some other Outlook ID, that's why it's not displayed. If I use that 365 ID, it will get displayed here. So I am using Outlook here. What I am going to do is, I am going to select this and I am going to copy, Control C. First time I am copying it. So now when I press Control C, I selected and I pressed Control C. Now if you press Windows V, whatever I copied, now it's available on my clipboard. It will be permanently available here. Today morning I copied it. I can paste it today afternoon, today evening. Until you shut down your system, it will be there. It will be there. That's the advantage of this Windows V. So today and tomorrow we are going to do so many of this Windows V. That's why I'm teaching this on the first session itself. So Windows V, open that Windows V, enable that Windows V, switch on that Windows V. Very important feature, you are going to use it more frequently. You can copy it and have it on your clipboard. So that I can paste it multiple times. Yes. I have given the email address and what is the subject? The subject is quality issue alert. That's my subject. Sorry. Quality issue alert. That's my subject. But here I want that component name to be displayed. Could you tell me how can I get that component name here? Click on the Thunderbolt. Yes, Thunderbolt, correct. And go to the See More. Under See More, your component name is available here. Click on this component name. Someone has asked for this Windows dot, where we can get the emoji. You can Windows dot, when you press the Windows dot, the second button, emoji, and you can get that emojis here. Alert. Yeah. This one, alert. Okay. Then message. What could be the message? Quality issue has been identified during the their name. That's all you decide. Quality issue has been identified during the final inspection process. Some greetings, hi. That's all you can decide. Quality issue has been identified during inspection process. During the final inspection process. Okay. And I want to put a component name here. Component name, colon, Thunderbolt, See More, component name. Next line, I'll put the issue name here. Issue, Thunderbolt, See More, issue description. Next one is date. I will put the date. Time I will explore. We'll see that later. Time, it's not as per the Indian standard format. It will be as per the US standard format. You will not get the Indian standard format. We'll see how to format it as per Indian standard format. So I am not going to use the time now. So I will use only the date. Date. Don't use Thunderbolt. Click on FX. Format, date and time. Open bracket. Format, date and time. Open bracket. UTC now. UTC now. Comma. Single quote. DD. Hyphen. Capital M. Small m. Don't use small m. Capital M. Hyphen YYY. 4 Ys. Format, date and time, open bracket, UTC now, DD, MMM, YYY. Add. Next line. Action required. Quality and production team are requested to investigate the issue and take a necessary action. Okay. So let me put this message here. Action required. Select it, and you can see on this email content area there is color changing. I change the color to red. Action required, I made the color as red. Then what is the content? Maybe I have the content already available here. I'm just copying and pasting the content. Yes. That's it. So every time I cannot type a this much bigger message. It will take so much of time. Run a flow, you have to give only two things: component name and what is the issue description. That's all. It automatically generates a mail. It automatically generates a Teams message also. And this one, I will copy this entire message. So let me copy this entire message. Same message, maybe with some modification. I want to put it in Teams. Control C. I copied it. And click on the plus symbol. Post a message. We are going to post a message in my chat or in my Teams channel. Don't select postcard. Don't select postcard. Since we are using this post message more frequently, there is a star symbol available. Please click on that star symbol. There is a star symbol available here. Please do click on the star symbol. I already clicked on the star symbol. What is the advantage of clicking on the star symbol? Is next time when you click on plus, straight away it is appearing under the favorites. You can see send a email and post a message. It's appearing favorites because today and tomorrow I'm going to use this more frequently. So no need for searching it very frequently. So I put it as star and I got it here in the favorites area. These two things I am going to use it more frequently. So I made it as a star, favorites. So post a message. And a flowbot. No, it's not a flowbot. It should be a user. So let us make it as user. Post in. I want to put it in a channel because since I cannot access your group chat, I'm putting it in a channel. What is the channel name? What is the channel ID? Windows V. The message which you have copied, it's available on the list here. The message which is a message you have copied, that's available on the list. All the message which you have copied from the morning, it's in the list here. You can see it's coming in the list. I just pasted it. The last message I have pasted it. Or if you want to modify the message, your wish. You can modify. We have modification of the message. Almost I think similar. Maybe I think email is much more subject and other things. Here we don't have that much. Maybe I am putting the same message. That's it. Here I think the Windows V will help. Whenever you press Windows V, whatever I have copied in the morning, still it's residing under this clipboard. Anytime you can paste it. Anytime you can paste it. So anytime I can paste this email address. And there is an option called as pin. This email address I'm going to use more frequently. That also you can pin it. Favorites. But now I'm not going to do this. Let me come out. Save. Let me test and check. Test. Manual. Test. Maybe I'll give the same thing. Brake calibre assembly. That is my component name. So I will put that component name here. Testing, continue. What is the component name? Component name is brake calibre assembly. What is the issue we got? The issue is surface crack detected during the final inspection. That's the issue. We got it during the inspection. During the audit, we got that issue. Just a sample. So brake calibre assembly, we got some issues here. Surface crack detected during the final assembly. Run the flow. Yes. Done. Yes. It has sent a mail as well as it has posted the message. Let us go to the Teams. Yes, we got that message here. Quality issue has been identified during the final inspection. What is the issue? What is the action you have to take here? Same thing when I go to the email, I got that email also. Quality issue has been identified during the final inspection process. Component is this, issue is this, date is this. And the title also you are getting that quality issue alert, the brake calibre assembly. So, no need for typing more messages. You can do it through your Power Automate also. Here no condition, nothing. Next we will check with the conditions. Done? Yes, yes.
If you want to include any logo or anything, so how do you include as an image?
Now, where you want to add the logo? That you can, as usual, no? You can put it on the message here. So here you can attach anything. There is an option available. You can attach the image. You can see there is an option. Whatever it's available, you can use it here. Link, toggle code view. If it is available here, you can use it. Or you can, as we did this logo, copy and paste the logo here. If it is in Outlook, copy the logo and paste. That's the only way. No, if you have the Outlook, for example, I am copying this. Control C. Yeah, no, but the picture is not pasted here. You can paste only the content, not the pictures. Picture you can send as attachment. Whatever available, that can be done here. I think when I copied a picture and pasted it here, it's not working. So you cannot copy a picture. Let me try. Teams normally it will not work, but we will see. Sorry, I pasted the message. Windows V, the last one is this. No. Picture, we are not able to copy and paste the pictures. As of now, it's not possible. That's why I use the word called as of now. Maybe in near future, you may get it. Done? Yes. Now, let us see about conditions. So what you did it now is you have created a task. So what you did it now is you have created a task, the flow with input parameter. This is what you did it. So we got two inputs. Based on the two inputs, we have created some messages here. Fine. Now let us go back to my Power Automate, and already we created two flows. Let us create a new flow. For example, I want to create a flow. I want to send this flow to my finance team. Maybe I want to create a flow for my vendor payment. I have a vendor for the vendor payment reminder. So I want to give a vendor payment reminder. So let me open a fresh. Yeah. So I want to create a flow for the vendor payment reminder. Okay, so I want to get two things here. One is what's the vendor name. Second one, very simple, we'll select what is the vendor payment amount, the bill amount or invoice amount. Let us say bill amount. So I want to get the bill amount here. And we are going to check some condition. If the bill amount is higher, maybe let us take the bill amount is greater than something. Maybe the bill amount is greater than something, 1 lakh. Then I want to send a mail. To my finance manager because the amount is little bit higher. I want to send a mail to my finance manager. Simple. Okay. If it is lesser, the bill amount is not more than 1 lakh, it's lesser than 1 lakh, then I want to send it to my finance team people. Well, not to the manager, maybe to my finance team itself, the lower finance team who is processing the payment. I want to send this. I want to check a condition here. First time we are going to check a condition. So we are going to get an input now. First time we are going to get an input as a number. First input is a text, second input is a number. Based on this number, I want to check whether this number is greater than a particular value. If it is greater than a particular value, I want to do one process. If it is lesser than a value, I want to do another process. Conditional. Conditional. Based on a condition, we are going to do some activities here. Based on the condition. Okay. So let us create a flow now. So let us create a flow. You know how to do that. Create instant cloud flow. Instant cloud flow. I think the flow is 03. Vendor. For my vendor, I want to pay something. Vendor payment reminder. Manual trigger a flow. Select this manual trigger a flow. Create. Yeah. Tell me what could be my next step. You have to create an input. Manual trigger a flow. Add a input. First input is text, which is my vendor name. Please enter vendor name. Okay. Next, add an input. What could be the input is number. Click on number. The number is bill amount. Please enter the bill amount. Okay. 2 inputs. So we got 2 inputs. After getting the 2 inputs, straight away we are not going to post a message or post a mail. We are not going to post a message or mail. We are going to check a condition now. Condition. So we have created a flow where we are going to get 2 things. One is 2 inputs. One is your vendor name. That's a text. Another one is the bill amount. That's a number. Now click somewhere else outside. Click on the plus symbol. Now you are going to create some conditions. Condition. So go to the action. Under action, there is something called as control. CONTRO. Control. So you can see there is controls available. You can see control. When you type control, or you can type condition also. You can type condition or you can type control. Both are same. Controls. When I go to the controls, below the controls, apply to each, do until. There is apply to each, do until. There is a switch. There is a terminate. There is a scope. We'll see one by one. In the later part, there is something called as condition. Condition. So first time we are going to use a condition here. So let us click on condition. Go to controls or click on condition. So I click on condition. Yes. Automatically it has created a flow here. Automatically it has created a flow. Condition. You can see it has created a condition. True, it will come here. False, it will go here. If this condition is okay, it will come to the true part, green area. If the condition is false, it will come to the red part, false area. So what is the condition? Now my cursor is here at the conditional area and it says parameter, choose the value. What is your condition? So what's my condition here? I click here. How can I, very good. How can I get that build amount is by Thunderbolt. On the Thunderbolt, see more. The input is bill amount. Bill amount, what is my condition? Is equal to. It's not equal to, it should be greater than. I said greater than or equal to, or you can say greater than also. Greater than what? Suppose you want to check with something, as I told in the morning. Billed amount is this, received is only this. So I want to check whether the billed amount and received amount is greater or lesser. I want to check with the 2 columns. Yes, we can do it. There is one more option called as Thunderbolt. Another Thunderbolt. You can check with one column with an actual versus planned, budget with actual. We can check with one column with another column also. But I'm not going to do that. Let us type the value itself here. Maybe 1,000, 10,000, 1 lakh. So I want to check whether the bill amount is more than 1 lakh. So the bill amount is more than 1 lakh. So that's all we have checked. We are going to check multiple conditions also, you can do it. But as of now, I want to check only one condition, if the bill amount is greater than 1 lakh. Conditions is over. Then come to the true part. There is a plus symbol on the true part. Click on the plus symbol. Now I am going to send a mail. So I am going to send a mail to my finance manager. So click on this condition. Earlier step, then I have to delete this. 1 minute. I have to right click, delete. First you have created this 2 parameter, correct? Then click on this plus. Click on the plus. Either go for the search and type control or condition. CON, control, COND. Both are same. Control or condition. So COND condition. Or you can put controls also. Control is better. Control. When you say control, yeah. Under the control, when you go to the control, below the control, condition. So I want to check the condition. So click on this condition. Go to control and I type the action as control. Go to the control, select the condition. So click on the condition. And it's asking what is the condition you are going to check. Click here. I want to check with that bill amount. Click on Thunderbolt. See more. Bill amount. Click on bill amount. Is equal to, no, it's not equal to, it should be greater than. What is the value? 1000, 10,000. Okay. Until this we did. Now what will happen is, we will check with the condition. If this condition is okay, this loop will come here. If the condition is not okay, it will go here. If the condition is okay. If it is more than 1 lakh, I want to send a mail to my finance manager. My vendor has this much of payment, please take action against it. Or I want to send a message to my, not to the team manager, maybe to my team, finance team itself, just a team, not to the manager. Like this, you can have multiple conditions. So let me click on the plus now. I click on the plus. Below the true, there is a plus. You have to use that plus. Send a mail. And this mail, I want to send it to my finance. Maybe you can type your own ID or you can put some other ID also. As of now, I'll Windows V. I'll put my ID itself. Already I have captured my ID. Windows V. And what is the subject? Vendor payment reminder. For that vendor name to be displayed here. Thunderbolt. See more, or you can go to the search box and find it also. You can go to the search box here and you can type that Thunderbolt name also. BI, the Thunderbolt, that parameter name will be displayed. Not bill amount. It's vendor name. Yes, vendor name. And for my reference, I want to know whether it's going to the finance manager or not. Just for my reference, I'm just typing, dear finance manager. So just for my reference, I am doing this. So because I am going to give the same content. So identify whether it's going to a finance manager or finance team. For my reference, I am just giving dear finance manager. We have the payment pending. We have the payment pending for the vendor. The name of the vendor, once again, Thunderbolt. Once again, the vendor name. The billed amount is. That currency also we can change. Currency symbol, Indian currency format. That all I will explain. Now we will go to the Thunderbolt again. And I will go to the bill amount. Yes. Please take a necessary action. Okay. So Bill amount, as of now, it will be normal number format. Even you can add your currency format, Indian currency format, US currency format. That part we'll see it in another few minutes. So this part we did it. If it is more than 1 lakh, I'm going to send a mail to my finance manager. If it is not true, if it is false, if it is less than 1 lakh, just 10,000 or 20,000 or 50,000, then I want to send a mail to my finance team itself. So literally, I'm going to do the same thing. Only few things I want to change. Maybe the email ID. Even you can capture the email ID from the straight away from, if I have the finance team person, the email is available in an Excel file, you can straight away capture. That's also can be dynamic. That we'll see it in our upcoming session. Now, I want to do the same process. Only thing is you have to change the email ID and you have to change this. Instead of finance manager, you have to change something. Content, a few content you have to change. So what I can do is, just to make this, right click on this area, right click on this, below the true, we have something called as right click, and you can copy the action. Copy the action. But since it's a web browser, some action would have been deactivated. You can see on the top, sometimes your action would have been deactivated. For example, I'll right click and I go to the copy. So when I come here, right click, you should get that option called as paste an action. If the paste an action is not available, sometimes on your web browser, the paste action would have got protected. You have to enable it. I have did it many times. That's why it's opening for me. If it is not activated, you will get a message on the top. The paste is protected or something. I don't know the exact message. So you will get some message that paste, you have to activate this paste. Sometimes since it's a web browser, so you can see the pasting, copying and pasting may not be allowed. You can click and you can say allow, continue. Don't block it. There will be a button here, continue allowing this site to see the clipboard. Because copy paste sometimes it's not part of Power Automate, it's part of normal Edge browser. Normal browsers. So you have to activate it. For the first time, you have to activate. Next time, no need. I already activated. So for me, there is no problem. Since I already activated. Now, what I will do is paste as action. Paste action. Parallel, don't have a parallel action. I will explain what is that parallel action later. Paste the action. Yeah, below this action is getting paste. This is fine. So your action has got paste. Now, what I will do is I will change the email address here. It's not going to this address. It's going to some other address. Maybe I'll put some other. I have one more Outlook ID. So I'll put another Outlook ID here. So this is to my finance team. And dear finance manager, it's not dear finance manager, it's dear finance team. Okay? Yes. On the top, it would have been blocked. On your web browser, click it and you have to allow it. Allow. After that, you make a right click here. Copy action, this right click, copy action and come here to this false area, right click, paste action. Right click on this and you will have an option called as paste action. But I already pasted it. So you can make a right click here, there will be paste action. Paste action, paste action. If you have unblocked that paste, or else you have to redo the same thing one more time. Okay, right. Let me try this. Save it. I'm saving this. Let us test this now. I'm going to test this. Saved. It's successful. Test. Manual. Test. Continue. What is my vendor name? Let us give some vendor name. ABC Limited. Some vendor name. What is the bill amount? For example, let us give a more bill amount. Maybe I'll put 2 lakhs, 2,000, 20,000, 2 lakhs. So I'm putting 2 lakhs. So now what should happen is it should go to this true part. It should come here, it should go to the true part and it should send a mail to my finance manager. So because my amount is more than 2 lakhs. Let me try that. Run a flow. Done. Yes, you can see my flow tick, tick, tick. True is ticked. That means it will go to the finance manager. So let me go to my mail and I will check this mail. So I should get a mail in my Outlook. Yes. Vendor payment remind, dear finance manager, we have payment pending for the vendor ABC Limited. The amount is 2 lakhs. Let me test one more. Test. Manual. Test. Now my vendor is XYZ. Bill amount is something less than 1,60,000. Run a flow. Now it will come to the false part. Yes. Because my amount is less than 1 lakh. Now I received a mail in my Hotmail. Yes. This is from the finance team. Yes.
I don't see the flow. Very much now. Look on that condition. I don't. With the amount we have created a text. It should be enough. Go to 3 dot. Then it add input. It should be enough. Underworld, you have to use this below. And you have to assign that condition you have to use this. What is the condition? Very look on the condition. Yes means. We check with the guest. Run the earlier say automatic and we can run the earlier. Not this. This is the latest one, right? These are two, output is false. So you have to take two or false, not yes or no. You should have yes or no. Please choose true. Edit and this you can run. You are in the issue. And yes. The output is not really displayed as true. It says yes or so instead of yes to
Okay. Yes. Now, one more thing I want to do here is, let us go to this edit of this flow and I'll go to send the message. Here I'm getting the bill amount. The bill amount I'm getting, how I'm getting the bill amount is displayed like this. So I don't want it. I want the currency format. I want the currency format. Maybe with the comma separators with the currency symbols. Dollar, euro or Indian currency formats. So how can I get the currency formats here? So let us select the bill amount. Click on the bill amount. Don't use the Thunderbolt now. Go to FX now. Click on FX. Click on that FX. So click on that bill amount, or you can delete it and we can create a new one also. Click on that bill amount. Now there is a feature available called as format numbers. Format number. Format number. Last session we have seen about format date. Now let us see about format number, open bracket. Format number, open bracket. Inside that format number, dynamic content, bill amount. Click that bill amount. So format number, open bracket, that bill amount. It says something trigger body number, don't worry about it. That's based on this bill amount. Comma. Required a number or a format, the numerical format string or required format the string. So I don't know what is the format for this. I don't know how to use this. I don't know how to use the format number. I don't know how to use the date. At least I know DDMMYY. This I don't know. Assume that I don't know this. If you want a currency, we can use C. If you want a number, we can use G, means general. There are options available, but I don't know how to do it. No other go. You can search it. You can go to this search box, or you can go to your web browser. Format number in Power Automate. The format number in Power Automate. I am just going to the web browser, Google or anything, and I am searching it because I don't know what. As of now, I know this, but assume that I don't know what should be the number format. You can see the format number. What is the format? You want the C2. C2 is currency. So like this, there are some formats available here. P1 is for percentage. N3 is for thousand separator. 4. There are various formats available here. There are various formats available. I don't know where is Microsoft link. So if you want a format as a currency as Indian format, then you have to use this. Within double single quotes C, comma, another single quotes EN, IN. EN is English India. If you want the format as percentage, we have to use P2. So I want the currency. So let us go to the web browser. Sorry, that edge. I'll go to the edit here, comma, single quote C, single quote C, single quote, comma, single quote EN hyphen IN. What is that EN? EN is English, IN is India. US means you can put US, Euro, whatever the currency you want it. So format number, what is the number? What is the type? Currency is C, percentage is P. Like this you have a currency format. No other go, you have to go to Google or you have to remember the formats. It comes with the practice. Now say add. Where I have added it. I'll redo it again. I'll place this bill amount. I'll delete it, and instead of that bill amount, I'll place this here. FX. The bill amount is FX. Go to format number. Open bracket. Dynamic content. Select the bill amount. Comma. Single quotes. C. One more comma, single quotes, EN hyphen IN. Close bracket, add. Yes. You have to click here. If I click on this on the top, you will get that formula. If you don't know how to write the formula, you can get it from Copilot. But as of now, I don't recommend to Copilot. First, we'll write the formula, we'll understand the formulas, then we'll get the help from Copilot. Now I'm not going to use the Copilot. Okay. Let me, I think I did it only for the finance manager mail, not for the finance team mail. That we will do it. That also we will do it. Let me save it and check. Save. There is an invalid parameter. Bracket open, sorry. Format after format number, I didn't open a bracket. Sorry. That's what. I didn't put a bracket. I have given a bracket. Test. Automatic or manual testing. Maybe automatically I will test with the first one where I given more than 1 lakh. 14 minutes before I have checked with 50,000 or 60,000. 15 minutes before I check it with 1 lakh. That 1 lakh, 2 lakh, I will check that. Test. Now it will come to the true part. And it will send a mail to my finance manager. Let me check my mail. Yeah. So I got a mail with the Indian currency format. Rupee symbol 2,00,000,000.00. Let me show you. I will do this one more time for the finance team mail also so that you can understand again. So let me go to edit. Send an email. So instead of this bill amount, I remove this. Click here. FX. Format number. Open bracket. Dynamic content. Bill amount. Format number. Open bracket. Dynamic content. Bill amount. Comma. Single quote. C. C is for currency, comma, one more single quote, EN hyphen IN. EN is English, IN is India. Add. So I did this for finance team mail also. Save it. Test. Automatic. Maybe the 16 minutes before. It has sent a mail to my finance team. Yes, 60,000. It's coming as Indian format here, Indian currency format. Condition. First, you can edit. Created the amount as a text. How can it text greater than 1 lakh? It's not possible. You can see that.
Okay.
Plus a number. How can I check a text with the numbers? You reduce the same bill amount or give the same name.
Type format number. Dynamic context. Now run the
Okay. Right. Now the challenge is, so we are in the third flow. We have created flow now. Let us come back to my main screen. What are all the things we have did it? I think go to my flow. I think we have created 3 flows. First flow is just getting a text and displaying. Second flow is to get a number and displaying. Third flow is to get a number based on a condition. We are displaying it, and format also, date format, number format, we have checked it. Now, employee travel request, flow with the parameter and condition. Flow with the parameter and condition. I want you to try this. Multi-condition, we'll try it in the next session. So I want you to create a flow. Employee travel request. The admin department wants to automate the employee travel notification. The flow should use the travel details stored internally and send a request to the appropriate person based on the estimated travel cost. So you have to create a flow. What are all the things you have to get? It is employee name, and what is the destination where he is traveling, what is the travel purposes, what is the travel date, date also you have to get, and what is the estimated cost. So you have to get this, and you have to add a condition. If the estimated cost is more than 30,000, then send a mail to the department manager. If it is lesser than or equal to 30,000, then send a mail to my admin team. So you can approve the travel request. We can go ahead on booking it. Okay, the email content should be like this. Employee travel request. What is the employee name? What is the, please review the following travel request. Employee name, destination, travel purpose, travel date, estimated cost. And date also, I want the date should be in Indian format, should be in the Indian currency format. Sorry. So I want you all to create this flow. A flow where you are going to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 inputs. 5 inputs. Input number 1 is employee name. Input number 2 is the destination where he is traveling. Input number 3 is travel purpose. Input number 4 is travel date. 5 is estimated cost. If that cost is greater than 30,000, send a mail to department manager. The estimated cost is less than 30,000, send a mail to my admin team. Yes, please. Try this. Why I am asking you to try is when you practice only you can understand the concept. That's why I am asking you to try, because gradually we'll go to more complex flows. These are all gradually we are stepping into the next level. So that the email content should be like this. Employee travel request, employee name, dear team, please review the following travel request. Employee name, destination, purpose, travel date. Date should be as per Indian date format. Currency also should be as per Indian currency format. Yes, please. Try. 5 minutes. For the break, we should start the next task. we should start at least. Try please. I recommend you to try. The reason of asking you to try is when you practice it only you can understand the concept, because I am here to solve it. Later when you go back and practice you may get some problems. So that's why I am asking you to try it here itself. If you are facing some challenge, we are here to help you. Yes, please. Employee travel request. 5 inputs, 3 text, 1 date, 1 number. Yes, sorry. Done. Over. I thought you have completed. The reason to ask you to practice it because reason to ask you to do the task is for practicing. Otherwise, you may forget the concept. Another 2 or 3 minutes.
Any problem? The last type something. Amount. But having more than one lakh. So it should go to the first one. Enjoy. More than 2 lakh people come. People run the floor. Now edit. People run the floor. Just manual. Give one more less than 1 lakh. No. Less than 1. Also. Wait for another 2 or 3 minutes. So today evening you have to complete the Teams link. How to get it from Teams? Sorry, get it from Forms. As of now, manual input. How to get it from Forms? How to get it from Excel? Approvals. So many. Done? Very good. One message you do it, other message you can copy and paste and change only the title. Instead of the thing, you can change the titles. One is for the department manager, another is for the, instead of the team, let us say dear department manager, dear admin team. Only the things you have to change. Other things are similar. If it is more than 30,000, it will go to the department manager. If it is lesser than 30,000, it will go to the admin team. That's all. Simple.
But the format should be, the date format should be as per the date format available here, and the format cost should be like this. Rupee symbol. One more minute, I'll wait. Yes, done. Hope or believe most of you has completed. Let me try this. I'm going to try this here. I'll open a web browser, go to the same Power Automate. Already we have created 3 flows. Got to create instant. We have to see other things, schedule flow and automated flow also we have to see today. Instant cloud flow, maybe 04, travel request. So we are going to create a flow for the travel request. Manual trigger a flow, create. Manual trigger, add a input, text input. First input is my employee name. Enter your name. Add a input. One more thing. Suppose if you want to fix the destination, these are all the destination they can travel, only the destination they can travel. So I can give an option for selecting the destination also. For example, I'll click on the text box and this is for the destination. Here you have an option when you go to the 3 dot, there is an option available called as add a drop down list. Suppose you have a plant in only 4 locations. The employees is allowed to travel only to that 4 locations or 5 locations. So you can add a drop down list also. There is a drop down list. So what is my first option? I can say first option is Mumbai. Maybe let us say maybe Pune. Noida, like this. You can add some options here also. You can give a suggestion instead of asking the user to type. You can make the user to you can make the user to select. So for example, these are all the destinations they can travel: Mumbai, Pune, Noida, and Bangalore. Just for example, add a input. Text. What is the next input is travel purpose. Add an input. Date. So this date is travel date. You know, by default, the date format will be YYYMMDD, international format. We have to convert it as an Indian format. Travel date, add input. The final input is number. Estimated cost. So we are getting 5 inputs. Only a small change I have made is, you can try this or you can normal text also. I have created as a drop down. You can go to 3 dot and you can add it as a drop down. drop down where I can type the drop down. We'll see what is the purpose of this. Then, so 5 inputs. Employee name is my first input, destination is the second input, third input is my travel, destination is my second input, third input is the purpose, fourth input is travel date, and fifth input is estimated cost. Yes. Let us go to the plus symbol here. Controls, condition. What is my condition? I'll click on this Thunderbolt, click on choose value, click on the Thunderbolt. See more. Estimated cost is greater than 30,000. The estimated cost is greater than 30,000. We have to send a mail to my department head. So if it is more than 30,000, then it will come to the true part. Come to the true part. Send a mail. Windows V, I already copied and pasted my email address. Subject. What is the subject is employee travel request is my subject. Here employee name to be displayed. Go to Thunderbolt, go to see more and employee name. Body of my mail. Dear team, please review. Yes. Instead of dear team, I will say department head. Who is the department head? I am going to put his name here. Below all the traveling requests, the employee name, then the destination, then the travel date, travel purposes. Yes. Now here I should display the employee name. Thunderbolt. See more. Employee name. Next one is the destination. Thunderbolt. See more. Destination. Next one is the travel purpose. As I told, today or tomorrow we are going to see how to get this through a forms, how to get this through a Power App also. So go to the Thunderbolt and I select the purpose. Travel date, I am not going to use the Thunderbolt. Could you tell me why for travel date I am not using the Thunderbolt? What has to be done?
Format.
No. You have to go to FX. Very good. FX, format, date time, and open bracket, which should be the date time is on the dynamic content. You can see more. Travel date, comma, single quote, DD, hyphen capital 3Ms, hyphen small YY, 4 Ys. Close the bracket. Format, date and time. Add. Last one, the estimated cost. Once again, you have to go for FX, format number, open bracket, dynamic content, see more, estimated cost, comma, single quote, C is for currency. After the single quote, one more comma, single quote, EN hyphen IN. Add. So I want a mail here. Only thing is, instead of department head, we are going to send it to the admin team itself. So could you tell me how can I do this here? I'm going to get it for the admin team here. Right click, copy action, right click, paste the action. Same thing, only instead of department head, I'm going to make it as admin team. All the others are similar. Maybe the mail ID is going to be different. If you have a group of people, we can put that group of people also here. If you have the group of people, if you have created a group in your Outlook, that group will appear here. Office 365 group will appear here. That's all. Save. Test. Manual. Continue. Employee name is Ravi. And what is the destination? You can select the destination through a drop down. So what are all the destination? You can select it through a drop down. Mumbai. The travel purpose is client visit. Travel date. So let me select the date. So he's going to travel on 24th of August. What is the estimated cost? I think it's going to be around something 40,000. I think it should come to the true part. Run a flow. Done. It has came into the true part now. It would have sent a mail. Yes. I'm getting the date as per the Indian date format and also currency as per the Indian currency format. Okay. We'll face a challenge when you are getting this data from Excel and SharePoint and forms. We'll face some challenges. That challenge we'll see it. We'll see it. And you can create approval for this also, whether they are accepting or rejecting that approvals. Approvals we are going to see tomorrow. Yes.
Here you will have approval, whether approved, rejected, timed out. We are going to see. Why two conditions? Greater than is enough. It's not recording. It's not greater than. Greater than means you come in the test run case. Here you check. It should be greater than 20,000. It should be less than 30,000. Greater than. Equal to 20. Actually, here you cannot check to its under condition. It's greater than or equal to, and it's less than or equal to. Greater condition. What is it? Greater than equal to. So less than or equal to means greater than equal to. This more than the destination is this. Destination Mumbai or what is the still challenges.
Okay. The problem is we have completed only this flow with input. We did it. Flow with parameter and condition. We did it. Flow with the parameter of this multi-condition, multiple conditions. With the 2 or 3 conditions, how to check that. That part we have to see, and parameter is a condition format, and input with multiple condition checking, flow with auto scheduling. Every day morning it should run, flow with at least till this. We have to complete today. Tomorrow we have to see how to get it from Excel, how to get it from Excel table, data, Excel table, scheduled action from the table, scheduled action from the task, and all the 3. This integrating Power App, Power Automate, Excel, SharePoint, approvals. It's going to be mega project. Finally, tomorrow evening we are going to send this. By our target is by today evening we have to complete until this. Flow with Microsoft Forms. At least we have to complete. Now we have done until this. Only 2 is done. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tasks. Yes. We are getting an error. Yes, we'll come. Okay. So I'll come and solve it. Before that, I am stopping this. I think we have saved it already. We'll stop the video recording and we'll go for a